Hello, everybody. Sunfire Fire here. Okay, so I am very tired. Uh, right now I've just gotten back from the uh the Hilton Garden Inn. Um, it is. I was staying there for almost a little more than 2.5 weeks. Almost there, I guess. And I am so tired. Well, not so tired because I just worked out. I worked out at the gym, and and then me and my mom got in the car, and then we drove home. We checked out and drove home. So it's still morning, but tired. Like, I'm just exhausted because the thing is that we're getting our bathroom remodeled, and we've always wanted to get our bathroom remodeled, but we've also had a leak that we don't know where it's coming from. And like right before we got right before we kept saying we were going to get the bathroom remodeled, but I think right before the end of September, just a bunch of water came from the bathroom when the shower was turned on, it into the kitchen, and it made a huge puddle. So we had to get that. So we had to remodel the bathroom and the kitchen. Then when they're almost finished remodeling the bathroom, they're just waiting to install the bathroom door, because we're getting a a sliding door for our shower slash tub. Um, we Just as they started gutting our kitchen, they found mold. So they had to get our house fumigated. So we had to stay in a hotel. Um, luckily this is covered by insurance. I don't know the details. My mom does, obviously, because this is her house. Um, so yeah, obviously we were staying at a hotel for almost 3 weeks, and that was exhausting. My mom complained. She complains a lot, but hearing her complain for those 3 weeks about the same exact thing is a lot. But I mean, there are some things where I was mad about, but other things was like I just like was just like, ugh, I'll just brush it off, because she had to deal with like checking in, checking out, and extending the stay. So she had to deal with the people there. And she said they were a little bit harsh towards her. But like, the thing is, my mom is very particular about customer service. She told me that she went to finishing school. So I guess she knows a little bit more about etiquette than a lot of other people do. So, it's so like, but for me, like, if I have hard customer service, I just usually brush it off. I mean, now I'm starting to come out of my shell and say something when something is irking me off. But usually it doesn't. I just like, you know what, that person is just that person. It's just, I'm just gonna deal with it. And I mean, I feel like some of them were a little bit, some of the people there were a little blah, but not everyone. And I was basically okay. Like, I used the pool, I used the gym, we used the laundry room. The laundry room needs to be maintained. I mean, it's not dirty, like there's stuff around, but like the dish where the detergent goes, that needs to be cleaned. There's a lot of lint in the dryer. could start a fire. Um, and also, it's just like, why are all of your TVs are messed up? Oh, and I know this because we were in one room, and then since we had to extend our stay, they moved it. We had to extend our stay like twice. They moved us to another. They had to move. They had to move us to another room, which I understand, because if you extend your stay, you're not always going to get the same room that you had in the beginning. Um, that's what happened to me when I had to extend my stay when I was in Slovakia trying to get a plane home. Um, so the TV, the when we went to our TV, when we went to use our TV in our second room, it did the same thing that our first TV did. It you know when um the audio was choppy, like those lines where like it just those lines that come down when it's just like when something's wrong, obviously when the audio starts to get choppy, the image gets distorted and stuff like that. And so we called maintenance for the first thing, like my mom called two times, and I was just like, you know what, we have to deal with it. It's just we're just gonna have to deal with it. And we did. It was I watch I sometimes watch TV shows, not T I wouldn't say TV, but I watch shows on my laptop or my phone. Um my mom doesn't. So, but she usually falls asleep watching TV. She does. Um and so yeah, and also I read a lot. I went to Indianapolis to see my dad a few weeks ago, and I bought this book called Aster by Anderson Cooper and Catherine Howe. And it's a really good book. It's about uh Astor family, obviously. They were a dynasty in during the Gilded Age in New York, and like the Vanderbilts, because Anderson Cooper is a Vanderbilt, so the rise and fall of an American fortune. So this is a good read. I will recommend it. I'm not finished with it, but I'm on. So I just started one of the chapters, but yeah, um, I have like a sixth of it left or something. I don't know. I don't know if this would be a sixth. Like I have this much left, so but I like it. Um, it was very it was very good. It's very good. So and I also bought. I don't think I have it on me, but oh wait, I do have it. I don't know why I don't get these things ready. But I bought this book called by Lieutenant Colonel Dave Grossman um on killing, the psychological cost of learning to kill in war and society. Um I got this book because I like learning about genocide, and I know it sounds weird. I like learning about genocide. But no, but I like learning about genocide because I like looking at the philosophical point of view of it, and like what are the factors um that can like up into a point, like how does a person feel when they kill, or like what constitutes a genocide versus a massacre versus that and this. Like, I think the first time I started really getting into like the the psychological side of war and violence is when I read the Rape of Nanjing by, I don't want to get, I think my brother took took that book, because I can't find it. Um, he takes all my books. I think my brother took that book. But it's, I forget. I think her name is Iris Wong. I'm not sure. It's about the rape of Nanjing, and it she wrote about China. She said it was like the second Holocaust because it happened during the 1930s, it was but it wasn't talked about because they I have a I well, first let me finish my thought. So yeah, it she brings up the part about how Japanese soldiers were trained for combat at that time, like even when they were really young, like they started fighting each other, they started dehumanizing each other when they were kids, and then they were just became killing machines. So that's why they were able to do such horrific torture and killing in Nanjing. And that's what got me into it. And also just when I took that Chinese imperialism class in at Southern New Hampshire, that was and my Russian, those were two international courses that about military history that really got me into the military history um part of my degree, of my master's degree. And they were just very interesting because it showed like the humanity. It gave people a face about who was involved in war, not specifically like naming names, but it gave like more. We were more for the Chinese imperialism class. We focused more on the art of war and like how the not necessarily killing, but like how we can use like the philosophy of war and the philosophy of combat, not using it for violence, but how to maneuver through life to successfully manipulate environment so you can control it. And in my Russian Revolution class, it was more like why were there, because there were two. There was one in due to the it was the Julian and Gregorian calendar. So if you ask one person, they might say a different thing. And because at that time Russia was using Julian calendar, but we're using the Gregorian calendar. So if you ask one person, they might say a different thing. It was like, I think it was September and October for one, for the Julian, for the Gregorian, and for the Julian was May and June. I'm not sure. I have to look it up again. But it was very interesting. Um so yeah, that is so those are the books I got when I went to Indianapolis. Um Also that I think that I will be I would think I will also be trying to do other stuff. I'm not I was gonna tell you, but now I don't think I should yet. Maybe some other time when all stuff settles down, because there's a lot of things going on. As you can see, my room is a lot messier than normal. I mean, it was messy before, but it's messier now. Um, I've had the contractors in it because not when I was in here, but the contractors been it because also um our house needs rewiring because the guy the my mom bought this house in like the 90s, yeah, in like the 90s, obviously, because I've been here for for 28 almost 28 years. And so I guess he was a contractor and he did all this faulty wiring too. So yeah, so we have faulty wiring, bootleg wiring. Like, I mean, my mom called a local contractor before a few, like, in the beginning, and he said, like, oh, this place is so bootlegged. So I think he was scared to touch it because he didn't want anything, he didn't want that, his name on that. And I don't blame him. So, but we finally got a new contractor, and so now we gotta, this was originally supposed to take like a month tops, month, a month and a half tops. But now I was joking to my mom, this might, we might see this until see the end of this in February, and because right now it's November, it's starting on October. So I think we're going to see this through at the end of February, hopefully. So as you can see, I just got in from the Hilton, and I just opened my suitcase. I have a bag here of all my dirty clothes. I don't know why I showed you that, but I did. Yeah, also on Halloween I was Avatar Korra, so that's cool. Yeah, I got my, again. Ugh. So this is all her attire that I got. This is obviously, if you can tell, this is her stuff from season 1. This is what she wore in season 1. Ugh. Or book 1, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that's it for today. Bye.